Welcome back to International Racing League. We are now in IRL Gt3 Sport Group 3 Preaseason. A few of these drivers aren't in the preseason race. I believe these are just randomers, but some are, such as Lance, who is in the Mercedes with Jack Meyer, so I believe that is Jack Fox Racing team, I believe. So currently they are in the Mercedes. Nice bright yellow or orangey Mercedes there. Another new driver who did commentary in the Group 4 season, the last GT Sport video, is Sondre Sorhaug, who's just done a IRL F1 race. If you want to check out, that has just been streamed like 5-10 minutes ago. And Sondre is in the Coca-Cola Ford Mustang livery with his teammate Marcel Holler, who's unfortunately not here right now. So we'll go on board with Nino Romanello, whose teammate is Mark Espy. Newman Haas Racing Team. Team was made by me, of course, and based on a 1993 IndyCar from Nigel Mansell's livery, and I made it into one of these cars. So that's the Newman Haas Racing Team. So Mark Espy has actually had a bit of a collision there with someone. As Chris Ryan has returned. He's also in the other Mercedes, I believe. I don't know what the team is as far yet, but he is in the Mercedes, in a purple Mercedes this season. He's on his own, I believe, right now. That's Chris Ryan. Matthew Alder, a person who may actually be racing in this GT Sport event, is in the Audi, and he's very competitive. So the 3 or 4 time champion, I believe, Jeremy Pope, has got a lot to do this season against Matthew Alder to defend his crown. Currently Matthew is in the Audi R8. I believe, who else is in here? Killer. Rob is in the BMW currently right now. He will be racing for the BMW team, I believe, with Killer the M6s, as he's made that's actually quite a nice livery there. As just making sure everything. Oh, wrong button. I think wrong button again. So much just. Apologies for that. Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the stream. As we'll actually. Snowboard at the moment, somebody called Burger TG said a 1:37.8. I don't believe he's one of the drivers. However, Matthew is in second. 0.2 seconds down right now, but he's up on his time. So we'll stay on board with Matthew Alder. Coming up to one of my favourite sections of the track. As nice and tidy there from Matthew Alder, not running off the track at all. That Audi is very quick in a straight line. Down the main straight, as actually there is Nino Romanello actually trying to pass one of the edges. I believe there was a collision there from Nino, as almost 3/10 improved Matthew's time will be. It's currently Matthew is in P2 out of the open lobby. Here comes Nino now. Sorry, here comes Matthew now. I do apologise. Oh, there's only 2 titles. I do apologise. His Matthew one's extremely wide, so it's not a 3 tyre rule there. I don't know what this new tyre rule is. There was a 3 tyre rule, so my apologies there. As Matthew Alder sets a 1:38.7, still 3/10 up. It goes back to second. Nino now sets the fastest lap at 1:38.3. What about Chris Ryan? He's currently set a 1:39.2. And stays in third. I do not know what this Lamborghini driver is doing, but yeah, he's off track. As Mark Espy is currently his fastest lap is a 1:40.4. Now hopefully everybody does get out of his way, as the Corvette driver does get out of his way, very sensible there, but I believe Sondre is about to finish his lap. Here comes Mark Espy now around the final corner. Coming up to the main straight as he peels into the pits, as we'll go on board with Sondre Sorhaug. And so 1:50.3, and actually we'll stay on board with Sondre in the Coca-Cola livery he made himself, which is a very nice livery he's made. Which is on a lap, nice, tidy through the chicane. As I believe there'll be a race start in 2 minutes. I don't know if any of these randoms will get kicked or not, but this driver in front of Sondre needs to get out of the way in the Honda. Sondre is over almost 2.5 tenths improvement, but Sondre is getting held up extremely by this randomer. I'll just actually... there for Cam just to make sure it's clean and fair racing so nobody gets hauled up. I believe Sondre's like ruined. Nino Romanello is still not the fastest right now because Gt3 has just set 137.8. One of the randoms out. It's currently 5 tenths, but Nino, if it was IRL, I believe, since that driver's not there, I believe would be in the net lead. With Matthew Alder, as he flashed his lights, as Matthew Alder's only 4 tenths down after coming to this series. I don't believe he has raced here before. As Nino is absolutely flying. Let's tell you where it is starting to kick in. See how nice and tidy Nino's line is. Very nice and tidy there from the Corvette racer. Lance is giving Nino a lot of slipstream. Nino is going to say thank you very much, and it's going to be no improvement over the whole second down. Nino's going to go on the inside of Lance into turn 1. We're already having a bit of racing already from Lance and Nino. As Nino made the change into the Gt3 season into the Newman Haas racing team, and his teammate from last season, the Nexus racing car, Jack Mia, I believe, is going with Kamikaze. Look how close Lance is on Nino Romanello. Nino Romanello has to defend. Great defending there from Nino, but Lance is all over him right now. And Matthew isn't on a lap. As we'll go on board, well, Chris is actually in the pits. He's had a bit of damage on the left rear side of his car. As I go back on board with Mark Espy right now, I believe isn't an improvement on his lap. He's currently in P7 right now. Mark does improve and goes to 6th place with a 140.199. Is Lance on an improvement on his lap? Well, he's not in any sector to let us know that he is. We'll have to wait and see. It's a very nice livery there Lance has done for that car. It's got the IRL logo, they've got the Fox logo at the back. What time is it going to be? It's going to be a 1:41 flat. Great driving there from Lance as he peels into the pits. Sondre's okay, I believe now Kamikaze is kicking some of the drivers. As Bottle peels into the pits. Jack Mir. As is Jack Mir going to try and redemption himself after he lost the title fight against Jeremy Pope last season by a few points. So Jack Mir will be joining and will be feisty for that title, but he's got another threat. He's got Mark this season, he has got Matthew, and he's got Nino yet again, because Nino has been proven this season in the GT Sport with practicing with that car. He has been fast. Currently now, Killer is on a lap, coming nice and tidy through the first chicane. It's turn 2 and turn 3. Oh, the rear snapped from there, Killer. As Killer has had a lot of struggles. So I'll just tell him he needs to get kicked. Should be going on the web very soon. As soon as these lot get kicked. This might be a bit tight, guys, but we only allow IRL drivers in here. So Nino's now in the lead. He might be very happy with that. But Jack Mir will not be liking that, so we'll go on board with... As I'm probably going to get a message now. Execute Order 66. Oh, that's just beautiful. Oh yes, this guy already earns my respect. Star Wars quote. Now I can do comms, but I could probably enter the race as well. But it is the IRL stream, so I'm probably going to stay and do comms. So I'll ask actually. Oh. Just ask if he doesn't, then I'll just do comms. I don't mind either way. I love it when as I'll just wait for Cam to do that, as Matthew just stopped on the track. Rob is in P3 and Sondre currently P4. Chris Ryan in P5, 4/10 down off Rob. Oh, hang on. My eyes deceiving me. Sondre Sorhaug in the lead currently right now in a GT Sport lobby. A person who's only played this game for a few weeks, like properly. A person who I was quicker at and who is now one of the quickest drivers at the moment in this lobby. As I'm just waiting, as I'm just going to make sure Lance is typing. No, he's not. I'll just private message him actually. Just give me a minute, guys. That's a message. Message being answered. Well guys, I will do comms and I'll race at the same time. I can do both jobs, so hear a bit of engine noise. Don't mind starting at the back, wherever it puts me. I'm only here for a bit of fun, but I must do comms. So I'll wait for Lance to get ready, but currently the grid lineup is Sondre first, Nino second, Matthew third, I believe Killer's fourth, Chris is fifth, Jack Mia is P6, technically I'm 11th, sorry 7th right now, but I'm not. Just make sure everything's on. Oh, this car doesn't like doing donuts, don't know why. It's too heavy. That might need a tune in the setup. Guys, welcome to the stream. This is currently the grid right now for the pre-season of Gt3 Sport races, including me in P7. But this is just a one-off for me for streaming today anyway. There'll be another commentator, GB his name is, who will be doing comms. Oh, this car's a bad start and already. Rob is already behind me. As look at that, look at Jack Mear's start. He's had a great start. I've already got past Sondre into P7 right now. As yeah, look at Lance going for a lunge into turn one. A bit of contact. One of the Newman Haas Racing drivers are in the lead. There's a bit of contact between me and Rob there. I have to give room for both drivers. Oh no, Mark! No. Currently I'm in P7th, however Nino still leads. Jack Mear in P2. Two Nexus drivers who used to be teammates are currently leading this race. Wait, I'm on a soft tyre and I believe I'm on a one today. Oh, I'm sorry Rob, didn't mean to hit you there. Currently Robert is trying to overtake me on the inside. Three-wide battle here for third place. Excellent drive from these lot. That's Rob, it's my rear end there. I couldn't go any faster because these three are battling up ahead, but it's giving Mark an excellent boost. Three wide onto the final corner. I'm not going to snap in because I knew Lance would try to switch back. He's already on the overtake. I can do both. Lewis Marshall, that's what I'm trained to do. Race and do comms. See what I can do round the house. Trying to go around the outside of Chris Ryan. Got no straight line speed. I am running a default setup. Oh, Mark has to be a bit careful with Lance. It's a great fight. However, Nino has been overtaken by Jack Mear. I'm going to go on the outside, and Mark almost turns into me there. Oh, what a save there from Chris. Oh my god, Mark. As actually, I've just noticed on Chris Ryan's roof, he's got the British flag and the American flag. Oh, gone deep dirt, yeah. Car doesn't like the dirt yet. Somehow though this car doesn't like the brakes. It looks like it's a mistake there. Oh, this is a great race for me and Chris Ryan. Got to give him a bit of room. Oh. It's a great battle between the Mercedes and the Ford Mustang. Oh shit, I didn't even... Sorry, oh, did not mean to swear. Crap, I didn't even expect Killer there to make a move on the inside. I do apologise there, Rob. Wasn't expecting that move. Oh, and I've gone extremely wide, trying to save it. Ah, Killer's got ahead. Rob has got ahead. No. And now the car is starting to fall apart, and I've lost the rear. And that is my racing done. As now I will just do the commentary and stay on board with Nino Romanello in the lead now. Jack Mir in second, currently over 3/10 of a battle. Matthew third, 2.8 seconds behind. Chris Ryan in fourth, 5.36 off the leader, but 2.5 seconds off Matthew. Lance always hit the wall, and this has made Rob's position quite easy. Oh, but Mark's just been hit. But what about Sondre? Sondre has just said thank you very much, as I'm getting weird camera angles here. As Sondre takes P5 after everyone's crashed out, and Nino is into the pits. First one go into the pits. What about Mark? Will Mark pit? The Corvette is a gas guzzler, as Mark's got actually engine damage, left front wheel damage, and front wing damage. Oh, it's the front end damage. As Jack Mir stays out, he's really low on fuel. What about Matthew? Matthew's actually been quite safe on his fuel. Got a bit more fuel than Jack Mir currently right now. What about Chris Ryan? Chris Ryan, we know, likes to stay out very long, as he's still driving at full speed right now. As Sondre takes P4. Nino Romanello back on a full tank on a set of medium tyres. And Rob also out on track on a set of softs. Now, did he start in supers? He could have started in supers, I believe he did, so super soft. As Mark is in P7th, currently on his set of medium tyres. New set looks like, as Lance is currently in P8th, and I believe his teammate's in the lead. We can actually just tell straight away. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know what car Jackson actually. Could be totally wrong what car he's actually in, but he's currently got a gap of 2.3 seconds. There's Matthew currently at a gap of 2, well actually gaining a lot actually, under 2 seconds right now. Jack has to pit though, and does he? Yes, he's in the pits. Matthew is also into the pits, as we'll watch the Red Bull mechanics, sponsor for that car, get on work and get him underway as he refuels his car. Jack is on, wait, hang on, what is Matthew on? Matthew's on a set of supers apparently. As Chris is in, Jack Mir is out on a set of soft, he's used softs, so he stays out on a set of softs. He has to go back in again now to pit. Matthew is staying on his supers and goes out as well with a full tank of fuel. Actually no, he don't, he goes on his mediums. Nino is now 4th. Chris is on a set of super soft tyres with only a bit of fuel on his tank right now. Rob in P6 in the BMW M6. I believe that's the second stop he's made. I believe it might have been a mistake actually. Putting more fuel into the car. Sondre currently leads right now over 1.4 seconds. He has to pit again. Yeah, you can call me Forrest Ball for today, Lewis. The classic spin, and brings me back to comms, so that means I can't do comms and race at the same time. It's currently the gap between Sondre and Jack is over 1.2 seconds. However, Sondre has to pit with his lucky number 7. He's also struggling in that Ford Mustang right now. Rear end's kicking out a bit, but he's still up on his time. But he will have to pit. Jack Mir in second with over a tank of fuel will have to pit anyway eventually, and not make any mistakes after his pit stop. So we'll have to wait and see. Nino Romanello still in 3rd place in the Newman Haas Racing team. with 4th place Matthew Alder right on his tail. Is this 2 battles we're going to see in F1 and in GT Sport? We'll have to wait and see. As Chris Ryan currently P5 in the Mercedes, in the purple Mercedes actually, with the American and British flag. Mark in P6 in the Newman Haas Racing team, currently slowly catching, it looks like, on Chris Ryan. We're pulling away from Lance as Rob again hits the wall, gets more engine damage and some more wheel damage. Dragon Trail is a hard track to do. TPS Pro Souls is hard track to do with the chicane, as Sondre does pit, comes out of the pit box with a full tank of fuel. He's going to get ahead of Mark. Mark's best lap now is 140.6. This chat me has got over 15, well actually over 14 seconds, but that's because he didn't fill his tank up full and didn't change his tyres. Now this could cost him near the end, because he could pit, change tyres, get the max fuel he needs to finish the end of the race, and Matthew doesn't have to pit again in my opinion, I don't believe, and get ahead. As Matthew is actually got ahead of Matthew, but Chris Ryan has picked up some pace and now is in a battle for P2 right now. So this is a 3-race scrap for P2. Gotta say that roof livery on that Mercedes is actually quite nice touch. Chris Ryan, as Chris Ryan's arm making a move on Nino defends very extremely, shoves Chris Ryan a bit into the wall. Chris will not appreciate that, but Chris gets the move position anyway, so Nino's now lacking the speed on those medium tyres. But he has to understand, Chris Ryan's on a set of super softs on a lot less fuel than any of these 2 drivers. This is why probably Chris Ryan is catching up a lot. And Chris Ryan sets the new fastest lap. 138.1. Where is his pace been for Chris Ryan? Why did he not have this in Group 4 season? I do not know. But he tags Matthew a tiny bit through the chicane. They go. Currently, the gap is under 0.5 of a second. 4.5 to be exact. Actually, no, 3.5 now to be exact, and is gaining and gaining. The Audi's meant to be the fastest in the straight line. Well, at the moment, Matthew's not showing the Audi to be the fastest. This is Audi, sorry, this is Matthew's first race, I believe, in the IRL Gt3 Sport season. So he's doing quite well so far, as Jack Mears still got over gap 14.8, but his gap's getting closed quite quickly. As soon as those tyres get halfway damaged, like tyre wear, those tyres will be no good and he'll lose a lot more positions. Stay on board with Jack, let's just see what he can do, what time he can do, and then we'll go back on board with the battle for P2, because I don't believe Chris is right on him. Oh, actually, not Chris, actually. Yeah, not that close. What time is Jack going to do? Is Jack going to beat Chris Ryan's time? Let's wait and see. No, he doesn't. He's a few tenths off, 39 flat. As now, I believe Chris Ryan may be on an improvement lap, because look how close he is getting to Matthew. But I know what Chris Ryan's not going to be happy, because it's a bit dazzling for him, is the hazard lights. He did tell me about this last week. Look at Matthew trying to defend the inside line, doesn't make it work, and Chris Ryan takes the move on a top driver in F1 into the GT Sport race. So great job there from Chris Ryan. Chris now promotes himself to P2 right now. Sondre is now P4, so Nino is either re-pitted or he's crashed and made a mistake, because right now these two teammates are battling right now for P6 and P5. What do you mean broke down? Because apparently Nino's car is having problems now. Lewis, what do you mean it's brought down? Has he crashed and made damage, or As look at Matthew, he's getting very aggressive into turn, I don't know what turn this is, into the hairpin, but Chris sees it coming, does the switch back and gets an excellent move from the Mercedes to the Audi, both German manufacturing engines, but great drive there from Chris, and holds P2. Alright, so he probably crashed in that engine problem, so interesting information there. Nino had some engine problems after he may have hit the wall and had to slow his car down. That's very unfortunate there from Nino, however it's been resolved. But currently Chris Ryan is currently P2. He has been very confident in the Mercedes car. 1:38.761. Consistent lap times currently right now, he's saying. Matthew's not really being consistent with his lap times, he's being a bit fast and a bit slow, so I don't know what Matthew's doing. I don't know if he's being patient doing the waiting because that front end is damaged to hell right now. But we know this isn't his official livery. I don't think it's in the Red Bull livery, but I don't believe that will be his official livery yet, since he's only turned up for today's race to you know, get a teammate, and we'll have to wait and see, since it's only the first preseason. I don't know if we're doing 2 pre-seasons yet, but you have to wait and see right now, because Sorhaug is over 30 seconds from the leader right now, but 17.4 seconds from Matthew. And Mark Espy is slowly catching up with Sondre Sorhaug. Two drivers are going to battle it out. I believe they're on the same. Yeah, no, actually no. I think it's Dunlop, and as well, Newman has teams Goodyear, I believe. I could be wrong there. But right now, Rob is now in P6. As I've noticed, Nino Romanello has called it quits from the session. May call him for a quick interview actually, if he's up for that. So just give me 2 seconds. I'll just invite Nino to the party if he wants to join. It's up to him. Matthew's repressed Chris. Hello, Nino Romanello.
Hello.
I didn't get you in the F1 podium, so I might as well do a little interview right now since we're in the preseason.
Oh.
What happened?
Oh, wonderful.
Lewis said you had some engine issues.
Yeah, right. So I hit the wall.
Yeah.
Right. And then, okay, it breaks a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Get a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
But then my car is just not accelerating. It's going like it's not going past like 100 miles an hour.
That's very unfortunate you have engine troubles there, mate, because you were doing quite well. You actually were battling for technically second place. Lance makes a little bit of a mistake there. What do you think currently right now with this field? Because this, I believe, is one of the, well, is partly the lineup for the IRL Gt3 season. Where do you think you're going to be at this lot so far?
Well, I like the track. Oh, Matthew just had a little bit of a moment there.
Oh, you got past Chris. Oh, Matthew drifting around the final corner. But yeah, where do you think you're going to be? Do you think you're going to have a chance to win?
I don't know. I hope. Hopefully, I'm near the top. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, then we'll have to wait and see. What about your ex-teammate Jack Mir? Currently, right now in the lead.
Oh, he's just flying, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's too quick.
Oh, as he actually makes a mistake into turn 5, I believe. Yeah, turn 5.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I just wanted to ask you a few questions. That was all with that, and you had a very good F1 race, and unfortunately, a bit of karma in your back.
Bottled it at the last corner.
Yeah, a bit of bottling. You're not the only one. I've bottled today, as I made a mistake earlier. No, it's unfortunate, and if you want to do comms with me till the end of the race, it's up to you, as we've only got 11 laps anyway, so...
Yes, I will stay.
Alright then. So there we have it. Nino Romanello will do the rest of the comms for the rest of the race to the end. As the gap currently between Jack and Matthews, 14.2 seconds. Jack will have to pit again because he started on the softs. So, and tyre strategy is super soft, soft, and mediums. In case some of you guys don't know, and you have to make a tyre change in the race, or you'll get, I believe, disqualified. At the end of this is only pre-season, so, but the rules still go into effect. But yeah, what about Matthew's pace? Were you surprised how quick he was?
Yeah, I was. I always knew he was fast on Gt3, but yeah, really surprised me.
Well then, Sondre was quite quick. He was technically first at one point. Which surprised me as well, but currently right now he's in P4 in the Coca-Cola, where he's getting slowly caught by your teammate. Marquez being the Newman Haas Racing team, which, gotta say, is not the best looking at the front, but everywhere else, decent looking car.
Yeah. Nice. It's looking good. I thought the handling was absolutely amazing. You could see when I was battling Jack, you could see how wobbly his car was through the S section, and mine was just sticking through and out.
Yeah, the Mercedes isn't the easiest to turn because it's not the stablest car.
No.
But it depends which Merc he's got, because there's two Mercs. It's like me and Sondre, we're in two different Mustangs.
I think he's got the newer version, I think.
Yeah, he's got the Spec 2 version of GT, and I've got the 16-year model, 2016, which is good. It's very nice in the corners. It's just not the best on speed, which is going to hurt us a bit. Me and Lee Kelly, who can hopefully be available for next race.
Oh, and there goes Convicts into the wall.
Yeah, those tyres are dead, and he's got engine issues as well. So now the max he'll be able to do is around about 100 miles an hour. Which could be an interesting race, because we could be doing that oval circuit again. There could be a huge crash.
Oh no.
I do like his
hate the ovals.
Little plate at the back, too fast for you.
Yeah.
As he peels into the pits. See what tyres he does go on. See, I still don't know whose this teammate is yet, so he might be actually on his own. He might be a privateer, since I'm no longer a privateer anymore. He has got the fastest lap, 1:30.1. I think he's on mediums. As he's filling up to the brink. Mark gets past him. What about Rob? Now, these two...
Convicts is on the...
soft tyre.
Softs.
So he has changed. However, Rob is going to be a lot faster on the supers, and these two have had collisions before. So we'll keep an eye on this battle, which will be forming very soon, because now Rob's going to be a lot faster on those super soft tyres, even though they are almost one completely out.
I thought they were going to come together there.
Who?
Rob and
oh, because they're braking.
Oh my.
Has Rob got? Oh no, I think Chris has decided to let him through. I don't think he wants any problems with him, which is sensible.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's professional. It's not fun for us to watch because we'd like a nice battle. But
yeah.
You know, if he doesn't want to have too much of a fight and cause an argument, that's up to him.
Sondre is doing very well here, considering that Ford is a menace.
Yeah, the Ford is, me driving it last year with Water. 80 was my teammate in the Group 4 season, who will be hopefully my teammate for the next Group 4 season, probably in the Ferrari again. But we'll have to wait and see with that, since I'm not actually available to do this Group 3 season. As we see Matthew goes into the supers.
Matthew's on the supers, is he? Wow, okay.
Very surprising strategy, is he's now going to be ahead of Sondre.
Mark is in.
P3. Mark's in.
Refueling. What lap is it?
He's got the right.
At 14, is it?
Racing teams, Gt3. Rob's also in. It is lap 13 out of lap 22.
Right.
Now, Lance has been conservative. what's the word I'm looking for? I forgot the word. Is being set in 141s and 142s, identical lap times, roughly almost. Consistent, that's the one I'm looking for, consistent lap times. Apologies for that, because my brain just went then. As, is there any battles? Oh, actually, yes, there is. Matthew and Sondre.
Matthew, yeah.
Ah, Matthew had a spin, so since Lewis Marshall is in their party, Matthew's probably told Marshall what happened, and right now, he's made a mistake.
That's why Jack is in the pits.
Jack's pitted, but he'll be in the lead and probably go supers to the end, because they could make it.
He's gone softs to the end, I think.
No, that's what he's on now.
No, he's supers.
Got to say that Mercedes engine sounds decent.
Yeah.
I was in the Mercedes team last season in the Group 4 for like half a season, then went to Ferrari. Same with me in the Group 3 season last season with the Corvette, and then went to, I believe, the Ford GT. Yeah, the Ford GT. What Sondre's in?
The Corvette is lovely when you're braking. It just crackles and bangs coming out of the exhausts.
Oh, like a popped engine.
Very nice.
Gearbox,
yeah.
Pops. Yeah. That reminds me of my go-kart days. I had an engine called Pop. Every time I went a bit faster, it went pop, pop, pop every corner. So it's a nice sound. So yeah, but it ain't go-karting this is Gt3 racing. As I am not the official commentator anyway for this division. Somebody called GB is here doing the comms, and unfortunately he couldn't make it today. But if he can't make any of the races or has to step down or anything, it'll be either me doing comms, or it'll be Sondre, or possibly Brandon Glover. We'll have to wait and see.
My IRL teammate.
Yes, your IRL teammate.
Oh, Brandon.
As currently Sondre is in P3, as we're going to stay on board with him for a bit. As you've got to give Sondre a lot of credit when it's due. That livery he's made is brilliant.
It's that lovely livery.
Thing is, he's got that many details in his folder. It just over 500, and I'm like, how have you got the patience just to search down and get details, put them in folders and this and that. But no, it's a great livery. But guys, we won't be doing any interviews in the pre-season. I only did an interview there with Nino because I actually wanted to know what the story was. So it's a one-off.
Sondre's in.
As Bottle is in, he's going to go for the fast lap, I believe, but as Matthew's actually got the fast lap with 137.7, which is just nice.
That's
Bottle's
a quick
in,
lap.
Quick pit stop. It's only going to be like a little bit of fuel. Only 8 laps remaining, 8 to 7 laps.
Yeah, how much? Yes, around.
As Mark is coming up, is Mark actually going to have a chance? Because they're both on the same tyre, both roughly on the same fuel. Actually, no, wait, hang on. Mark's got more fuel than Sondre. Is Sondre underfueled?
He might have. I'm not too sure.
And also, I believe we may have wet weather this season in the Group 3 season, possibly. Isn't the nicest thing to drive. Isn't being confirmed yet because Lance is trying to get it all sorted and everything. But it's possible wet weather, which is going to be a pain to drive on for me and Nino, because it's like F1 what used to be with ABS. If you braked on the red line, they're still going to hit the wall. But I believe they've fixed that now. So, and Sondre, yeah, I think Sondre's on the field, man. Honestly, I don't think that tank's going to make him to the end. He's almost got half tank, and
or he's gonna have to
he's gonna have to fuel save, because that
he's gonna have to fuel save at 6.
Yeah, for some reason the American cars, I know the Americans make great cars, but the American cars on this game, for the Ford GT, the Ford Mustang and the Corvette, guzzle fuel.
Oh yeah,
eat it for breakfast, it's ridiculous.
Oh Mark, that was tight there.
Chris is still P3.
Jack Mears actually got the fastest lap now.
137.6. He's only got half a tank as well. So maybe Mark's actually overfueled.
Yeah.
Jack's actually fighting that car through the exits, because now I know what you mean, but it's unstable. It's the gap between him and Matthew is 20 seconds after making 2 pit stops. Jack's done great at the moment with that.
He's just very quick. I think is Fly High doing this?
Yeah, Jeremy, the champion, I think 3-time, 4-time champion now, I've lost count. Will be doing this with his teammates. Rob, his teammate, will be in the BMW M6 series. And there'll be that going on. There may be a special event one day, probably in the Gt3 Sport race, which isn't confirmed yet, where we may be doing one race of endurance, everyone in the same car. Maybe a Group 1 stage at Le Mans or Nürburgring or wherever, where we may do long event, but it isn't being confirmed yet.
Bit of Nordschleife.
Yeah, since I don't believe Nordschleife, the actual Nordschleife is on the calendar. I believe it's just the Nürburgring GP. Oh, as Matthew has hit the wall and has almost lost the rear. Great save there from Matthew. That's going to cost him a lot of time, but he's got over a 13-second gap. Matthew's struggling with that Audi.
Like a block that Audi is.
Yeah, it's fast, but it's terrible out of exit corners, because if you accelerate too much, you're just going to snap the rear and you're just going to go. But luckily,
yeah,
Matthew saved
Audis
that.
are normally really long.
Yeah. The engine's at the front, so. And because and some of the Audis, usually the engines are at the back, so that it's more heavy at the back, so it's more stable, I believe, something like that. But currently Matthew is in P2, and not surprising.
That Ford looks like.
My
God, I don't know how.
Ah, Chris Ryan has actually called it a day. Sondre is now technically P3. So Chris Ryan is going to call it quits. As Lewis Marshall actually said, watch the Bottle Hog crash. Nah, Bottle Hog won't crash. He's put too much practice into this game. Very good. But I've got to say, that Mercedes livery of Jack Mears is very nice. I do believe he's teammates with Lance. Maybe going different liveries, maybe. But still teammates, if you know what I mean. Like, an F1 team did that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is allowed, but we'll have to wait and see. As currently Rob is still P5 with over a minute to the leader, but currently up on his time. Only 3 laps remaining. Well, actually 2 laps remaining with this included.
Sondre.
There's no really battles on track. Sondre's broke suspension damage. Oh, did he hit the double wall at the double chicane? Or the fast?
Who, Sondre?
Yeah, apparently he's had suspension damage. Ah, Brandon, welcome back.
I think he might have.
My friend. Currently Bolhag is in P3.
This car seems to be leaning to the left.
Yeah, but his suspension would be fixed. It automatically fixes it. Oh, he almost loses again. Too much on the curve.
Rides that, yeah.
He might ride in the low ride height on that Ford though.
Oh, Sondre.
Bottle is getting under the pressure right now. Currently the gap between him and 4th place is 6 points, well, actually almost 6 seconds. So Sondre needs to start getting grips to his car. Is he going to hit the wall? No, he doesn't. Nice tidy exit out of there. As we'll go back on board with Mark.
No, it's Mark.
Quite quickly.
Easy. Oh!
Gotta give it that though. That Corvette looks very stable.
It does.
There's a lot of damage on that rear end though, so he's been rear end a few times.
Yeah.
Jeremy, fastest lap still stands with 1:37.6. What's Lance going to do? You believe he just pitted? I could be wrong. Let's see what Lance's time's going to be. It's going to be a very... I think it's going to be a 1:38. Could be wrong. Could be actually a 1:40. Is it going to be a 1:40? Yes, it is. It's a 1:40.7. Only 2 laps remaining now, with this one included, with Jack Mir.
Oh, sorry,
just
no, that's Matthew. Matthew's hit the wall somewhere.
Oh, Matthew's got front end damage, right and left tyre. But he's got that much of a gap, he technically could pit.
I think he might pit. Maybe go for the fastest lap. Oh, he's struggling.
He's into the wall. Is he going to pit? No, he don't. He stays out. Yeah, bit of a dodgy view there, as Lance could get lapped very soon by, I think, his teammate Jack Mir, who's currently in the lead, and he's actually not that far from Lance. Lance had the best race so far. He made a few mistakes, but right now currently in P6. Also, guys, remember to tune in for tomorrow's stream, which will be brought for F2 commentary tomorrow at 4:30 UK time, with Lance, who we're on board with now, who'll be doing comments for F2, and comments for F3 will be brought to you by Sondre Sorhaug, also at 4:30 for F3. So tune in then for tomorrow. Well, you guys can tune in for that. It's going to be a very interesting round 1 race, especially for me with F2, as I now know what the setup strategy is. So, and also some of the F3 drivers, since it's a new division this season, like F2 last season, so it's very unexpected what's going to happen. So there may be somebody who could get 18 podiums like me last season. We'll have to wait and see, as Nino today knows it was a very competitive grid in F1. Don't you, Nino?
Yes. Very tough. Very, very tough.
Right now,
we're glad though. Glad to get this.
Oh, yeah. Jack is actually on his final lap, and we'll be finishing very soon. So we'll stay on board with Jack Mir actually, since there's no battles going on.
Yeah, I think Sondre's got this one covered.
Yeah, there could be a battle for second, third right now, unless Matthew doesn't bottle, and neither does Sondre, and neither does Mark. Could be about performing. As Jack Mir, he just looks like he's just sat at home, feet up in the air, and just relaxing right now, because he's finding grip on that Mercedes. When we're doing 22 laps, he's almost lapped the driver.
That side of his car has got to be scraped of the paint there. He loves just rubbing his wide body make into there.
Comes around the final corner to win the pre-season race, as he's lagging a little bit, but he is weaving and he is happy with that. Jack Mir wins the pre-season event. Lance, I believe, is actually not finished. I don't believe Lance is finished, however there's only 53 seconds left, so will Matthew be the last person to cross the finish line? We'll have to wait and see, because currently right now the gap is 44 seconds.
Oh!
This is going to be very close for Matthew. I don't think Sondre is going to get across the line in time, however his result will be classified as third place. As Matthew Alder debut in the pre-season event in the Gt3 series this season. See what time is going to be. A 38.9.
Sondre will finish. It's all going to be about Mark.
Sondre finished 8 seconds remaining. I think Mark's just going across line with 1 second remaining. Yes, he is. And Rob and Lance's results are confirmed.
That was close.
So your results as follows the results follow as Jack Meir first, Matthew in second, Sondre Sorhaug in third, Mark fourth, Rob fifth, Lance in sixth, Nino Romanello in seventh, me myself in P8 after I DNF'd, and Chris Ryan in P9. Thank you guys for tuning in for the pre-season event, a very short pre-season event for today. Actually, one even that shows actually an hour, but thank you for turning in, and thank you Nino for joining me midway through the race and the comms for today.
No problem.
And see you guys for tomorrow for F2 and F3, 4:30 UK time. Don't miss it. See you guys next time. Goodbye.